To start this video off, I want you to close your eyes. No, seriously, close them unless you're driving right now. Now imagine a guy you've been dating saying these words to you. You make me really happy. I appreciate everything you do for me. I love how smart you are. My family adores you. Now think about how those words make you feel. Do they make you blush? Do they give you a warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach? Do they make you smile ear to ear? Maybe they even make you giggle. All right, now open your eyes. Do you see how words can have such a profound impact on how we feel deep down? The same is to be said for words that make people feel badly. Sometimes women and men say things that cut deep and negatively affect the other person. Now, I know this could be unintentional. Maybe you don't realize saying something could hurt this big, strong guy. But it's important to be careful because saying certain things can actually flip the switch off on his attraction for you. So let's jump right into the 3 things you should never say to a guy. And by the way, I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women. On this channel, Attract Great Guys, I reveal the truth about men and how to attract a higher quality man into your life. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the little notification bell right next to it so you don't miss any of my upcoming free trainings. Now let's jump right into the 3 things you should never say to a guy. Number 1, ew, gross. This one is in reference to sex. Men and women alike can feel a lot of shame surrounding sex, and if you've been dating a guy for a bit and you start sleeping together regularly, he's going to feel safe with you. He may even start to open up about his fantasies. Sometimes he's been hiding these sexual secrets in the back of his mind for years, but he never dared to share them with anyone. If he comes to you exposing his fantasy, hoping that you can fulfill it together and you shut him down, he's going to feel embarrassed and ashamed. Now, I want to be clear here. You should never do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. But there's a difference between being uninterested and being judgmental. So if he confides in you and if you make this disgusted face or tell him he's gross for even thinking of it, he's instantly going to feel judged, he'll feel weird, and he'll have a very difficult time sharing any of his secret desires with you in the future. So one of the best ways to make him feel safe with you and to strengthen your emotional and sexual connection is to remove shame from the bedroom talk. Open communication is key for any relationship to succeed. You should be able to have conversations with your partner about what gets you excited and what you're not interested in. If he comes to you with an idea and you're not a fan of it, get creative. See if you can find a solution that both of you are interested in. The key here is to be able to trust one another and make sure you're both satisfied. By avoiding shameful comments when it comes to sex, your communication will grow even stronger and you'll feel even more connected than ever. You'll even help ease his fears about long-term commitment because he'll realize you're different than other women. You're not going to judge him. You listen to him. You get creative and you make both of your wildest fantasies come alive together. Now that's the kind of woman he can imagine spending a lifetime with. Number 2, how many people have you slept with? Now if you ask this question, stop right now, seriously. There's absolutely no reason why you should be asking your partner about how many people he slept with. Now I understand the allure of wanting to know all about his past. Maybe you even have the urge to compare it with your own experience or to social media stalk other women he's been with. But keeping this topic locked up is for the best because knowing about his past partners isn't going to benefit you in any way. Knowing how many partners is not an STD test. It shouldn't give you any more clarity on whether he's clean and disease-free. And I promise you, no high-quality guy is going to want to hear about any other men that you've slept with either. The bottom line is, it's not classy, it's not appropriate. I can't imagine any high-value woman being willing to talk to her boyfriend about it. Not because she's trying to keep it a secret, but because it's irrelevant. It's none of his business. So if this starts happening, it's gonna be a problem. You want his mind to be focused on you, not on replaying your past sexual experiences with other men. As the famous saying goes, don't look backwards or else you'll fall down the stairs. Relationships naturally come with ups and downs, but you don't want to be the one creating uncomfortable moments. Personally, this was never a discussion I've had with any woman I've been with. If you get to know your partner, these things eventually become apparent without directly talking about it? Number 3, are you going to take care of that? Pointing to a bill at a restaurant. Studies show that 1 in 4 women expect men to pay for dinner on their first date. And I happen to appreciate chivalry. And I do believe that men should pay on the first date. But I would never ever recommend you act with that expectation and entitlement. Now, most men are already expecting to cover the first date, most quality guys. But if the woman never offers to contribute or pushes the bill with full expectation, it just makes it seem like she's entitled and she values a man's money more than she values his time. When I was dating Kathy, my wife, I think I paid for our first or second date. And on the third date, my wife actually insisted on paying for the meal. And you know how that made me feel? It actually made me feel like she was choosing to invest in me and our relationship. She wasn't just looking for a free meal. She had skin in the game. It felt like she cared and just didn't want me to pay for everything that we did together. It showed me that she cared about me. She valued me and not just my money, and wanted to reciprocate my kindness. You don't want him to think that the only way to pay him back is from sleeping together. This can lead to a very shallow relationship where he feels much more like a sugar daddy, and he has these expectations of hooking up whenever he wants. So when the bill comes to the table, it's okay to leave it there, and it's okay to let him take it. You don't have to make a first move for the bill. But when he takes it, you can smile and thank him for paying. You can take the time to let him know that you appreciate getting to know him. And that lets him know that you appreciate more than just the free meal. And if you go on several dates, it is nice to offer to contribute sometimes. It sends a powerful message to the man that you believe in him and want to invest in getting to know him as well. So now that you've learned these 3 things to never say to a man, you can be sure to avoid killing his attraction for you early on. And this is important because understanding the male mind is probably the single biggest advantage you can have to attract a quality man. In fact, that's why I spent 6 months privately interviewing dozens of high-quality men about attraction, about commitment and relationships. And I turned their answers into a step-by-step training program with the help of one of the world's leading evolutionary psychologists. So if you want to learn more about understanding men, just click the link in the description below. But if you're interested, check it out soon because there's only going to be 200 slots available. All right, thanks so much. I will see you over there.